This universe is not just a stage. Every moment, every encounter, every emotion follows a law. We live within that flow, and now we begin to uncover its truth together. Welcome to the law of the universe, where your consciousness begins to awaken. In times of hardship, what is it that we must learn? Based on the teachings of Master CHEON GONG. 1. Your reality is your study. Master CHEON GONG teaches, the environment before you is your study. This means that whatever situation we encounter, especially moments of difficulty or hardship, is not a punishment or misfortune, but a vital part of our spiritual training. How we perceive, accept, and respond to that reality is the true measure of our growth. Recently, many practitioners have faced illness, accidents, or financial struggles. While these individuals may have lived with sincerity and a public-minded spirit, they are still encountering major challenges. Why is this? Because true study is not simply about effort, it's about right alignment. Am I truly living rightly? Am I facing myself honestly? These are the questions we must continually ask. 2. Why do difficulties arise? People often believe they've worked hard or studied diligently, and yet things fall apart. The deeper question is, was that effort aligned with truth? For example, if within your household you constantly feel frustrated because things don't go your way, that inner imbalance builds up. Eventually, life will collapse, not as punishment, but as correction. Sometimes a person is bedridden with illness. While that may appear unfortunate, it's often a necessary pause. It's a way for the universe to protect them from being overused, manipulated, or drained by others. Illness can be a moment of release and reset, a divine intervention that says, now is the time for you to rest and reflect. 3. Workplaces and society are not for status, they are schools. We often see our jobs and positions as sources of income or social status. But Master CHEON GONG reminds us, society is a vast school. The salary, title, or rank you receive is not a reward. It is support for deeper study. When you're promoted, it means you are entrusted with greater environments to learn in. If at some point your position stops advancing, it may signal that your learning at that level is complete. It's time to prepare for a new stage or shift. 4. Modern exile and the role of suffering. In ancient times, kings exiled scholars and officials as a form of punishment, but also as an opportunity for introspection. Today we face modern exiles through failure, illness, isolation, or legal trouble. These situations, too, are not ends. They are temporary stops for realignment. What matters is how you use that time. Do you reflect and grow? Or do you complain and resist? The world will not abandon those who use hardship for reflection and renewal. Those who genuinely take responsibility and transform will always be given another opportunity, often in unexpected and powerful ways. 5. Live your own life, not just for others. Master CHEON GONG teaches, live only 30% for your children. The other 70% must be for your own life. Excessive sacrifice, even with good intentions, often leads to mutual downfall. We must know how much to support and where to set boundaries. Living rightly includes protecting your own energy, maintaining balance, and helping others grow through independence, not dependency. 6. Society does not abandon us, it trains us. A society is not a machine for exploiting people. It is a school for refining souls. Whether you are in a hospital, a prison, or simply facing failure, the universe is observing you closely, down to the smallest detail. If your heart aligns, the path forward will open. If you resist and blame others, the doors will remain closed. Even places we consider dark or shameful, like prison, can be spaces for transformation. Today, such environments provide books, writing tools, and space for introspection. If you take that opportunity seriously, society will eventually welcome you back with new possibilities. But if you refuse to reflect, the hardship will persist, not as punishment, but as the natural result of spiritual stagnation. Final words. Hardship is not proof that you failed. It may simply mean you missed something vital while running ahead too quickly. This is not the end. It's a pause, a chance to ask, have I truly been living rightly? What did I overlook while trying so hard? How can I return to what is essential? When you sincerely answer these questions, the path forward will open, not as a return to the past, but as a new beginning grounded in humility and wisdom. Title: Your hardship is not a failure. A teaching from Master CHEON GONG. Short script. The hardship you're facing today isn't bad luck. Master CHEON GONG teaches. The environment before you is your study. Sickness, failure, or setbacks may be signs from the universe, not punishment, but a call to pause and reflect. If you had kept pushing forward, you might have continued being used or overwhelmed. Society isn't just a place to earn money. It's a school for your soul. True success isn't just in promotions or paychecks, but in how you grow and change within each environment. So if life feels like exile right now, maybe it's really a gift. The beginning of a new chapter. Pause. Reflect. Learn. The universe is waiting for you to rise again, differently. How should we understand and respond to hardship? Based on the teachings of Master CHEON GONG. 1. Your current situation is your lesson. Master CHEON GONG teaches. The environment in front of you is your study. Whether it's good or bad, there's always something to learn from what's happening in your life right now. 2. Effort is not enough. It must be done rightly. Many people say, I worked so hard, but why am I struggling? But the real question is, was I living rightly? Did I honestly reflect on myself? 3. Illness or failure can be a gift, a chance to rest. Getting sick or facing failure isn't always misfortune, and it can be a sign from the universe telling you, stop, rest, reflect. It's often a way to protect you from being used or overwhelmed. 4. Workplaces and society are not just for success. They are schools. Promotions and higher salaries are not about power or status. They're support for deeper personal growth. As if promotions stop, it may mean you finished learning what you needed to learn here. It's time to prepare for a new phase. 5. Hardship can be a modern form of exile and a new beginning. In the past, kings exiled scholars to reflect and learn, and today we experience modern exile through illness, prison, or failure. These are not punishments, but opportunities for deep inner change. Those who reflect and grow will always receive another chance. 6. Live your life, not just for others. Master CHEON GONG says, live 30% for your children, live 70% for yourself. If you give too much and forget yourself, both you and others will suffer. Healthy boundaries are necessary. 7. Society won't abandon you. It's training you. Society is not here to crush you. It's here to teach you. While if you respond with reflection and growth, the path forward will open. But if you only complain or blame others, hardship will continue. The universe is always watching and waiting to support your change. In summary, when facing difficulty, remember: 1. Your situation is your study. 2. Effort must be right and honest. 3. Hardship may be a gift in disguise. 4. Society is a school for your growth. 5. Reflect, adjust, and your path will open. This is the story based on the above articles. A letter from exile. It was a rainy winter afternoon. Kang Tae-jin sat by the hospital window, staring into the dull gray outside. No voices, no warmth, just a motionless view wrapped in silence. He had been in this hospital bed for nearly 4 months. Once a respected team leader at a major advertising firm, he had been known for sharp insights and persuasive pitches. But just 6 months ago, he left everything behind. Burnout, and truthfully, bitterness had consumed him. Work was everything. He had to lead, outperform, outshine. So when others fell behind, he snapped. He dismissed their efforts, their pace, their emotions. Eventually, people stepped back, and he collapsed. In the beginning, Tae-jin felt wronged. Why me? I gave everything. His mind filled with blame, regret, and self-justification. But as the weeks passed, his words grew fewer. Visitors came less often, and silence, once unbearable, became his companion. That afternoon, he opened the drawer beside his hospital bed. Inside was a small notebook his mother had placed there on the day he was admitted. He flipped through the pages idly until his eyes landed on a single sentence. "The environment in front of you is your study." He paused. Read it again and again. "This hospital, these empty hours, are part of my study?" A few days later, his old friend Jin-woo came to visit. In the past, Taejin would have vented his frustrations. But this time, he didn't. He simply listened. Jin-woo hesitated at first, then gently said, "Taejin, you were always too fast, too sharp. No one ever had space to speak around you. But today, for the first time, I feel like you're listening." Those words didn't sting. They stirred something deeper. It wasn't comfort, it felt like medicine. Not sweet, but needed. That night, Taejin sat with a pen for the first time in months. He wrote quietly, "I ran fast, but never stopped. I lost myself in the noise. This hospital is my exile. And here I'm finally learning how to listen." Each day, he began to tune into the world around him. The soft steps of nurses, the rustle of bed sheets, the rain on the windows, and, most importantly, his own breath. He realized the voices he had ignored were the real voices of life. When he was discharged, he didn't return to the advertising world. Instead, he opened a small writing class and started listening to others. He asked. He listened. He wrote. He spoke less but saw more. Months later, he published a book. Its title, A Letter from Exile. The opening page read, "I studied from a hospital bed." True learning begins when you pause, listen, and face yourself. I made a vow in that quiet place to never live the same way again. His life resumed, quieter, steadier, deeper. And though he knew that exile might one day return, he wouldn't fear it. Because now he understood. To study means to pause and receive. And that is the beginning of true change. What is the study in your current situation? Have you ever experienced a time of modern exile that taught you something important? Share your story in the comments. Let's learn together.